Hi, I'm Dakota. I'm 29 years old and I currently live in Brisbane with my partner.
Which is me, Rudolph. Dakota and I are both members of the Air Force. We've only just actually moved in together. We've been long distance for 5 years. So the way I would describe our overall financial situation before we reached out to Access Wealth was going somewhere but quite directionless. So Dakota and I started a savings account about 9 months after we started dating. We started saving money just a little bit consistently every paycheck. We did that with the knowledge that we were working towards getting a property. We weren't sure what that looked like, whether that was going to be a primary place of residence or whether it was going to be an investment property. We just knew that we needed a substantial amount of capital before we could even entertain the thought of being in the real estate game. Sure, there were definitely hesitations trusting anyone with the most amount of money that Dakota and I had ever saved before in our lives, with a strategy that, we only really found out about a couple days ago at the time. So sure, any reasonable person would have concerns or hesitations, but I did find a lot of comfort in the way that they presented all of the information. So the first bloke we spoke to was called Aaron, and he was the one that did the initial consultations with us and explained the broad strokes of what the strategy looked like. And our experience with Aaron was absolutely fantastic, obviously, because we decided to go ahead. So once we decided to go and choose Access Wealth as our team to basically look after us in our property investing journey, we got put in touch with John, who's the strategist at Access Wealth. Since then, we've continued saving. We've gotten into the first property. We're currently in the process of getting our second property through our super funds, and we're also on track to get our third property in about 2 months from now, with the fourth property on track for next year. So if you're on the fence trying to decide whether you should go ahead, just be cognizant of the fact that the opportunity cost is disproportionately greater when it comes to this stuff.
So if you want it to be simple, you want it to be quick, I would recommend Access Wealth. They do it for you, they do it right, and they do it now, whenever you want.